Shane with Mountain Crypto. I made it back from the tsunami in Hawaii on Maui, and just wanted to give you an update, even though there's really not much to tell you. If I can get this camera to turn around. So I was going to do a screenshot and everything good, but unfortunately there was an update on my program for Studio, and I couldn't get it to work, and I'm tired, so I decided to just go the lazy route. Some of the latest news: gold legally barred from what the other cryptocurrencies can do, the ETFs like Bitcoin, XRP, TON, ETH, ETH, and all that. So yeah, I mean, here we have Ethereum in public treasuries, and gold is not allowed. So that's kind of interesting. We'll have to see what happens with that. Chainlink launches real-time U.S. equities on 37 blockchains. So if you're a Chainlink person, I think long-term that could be, possibly a good bet. Not investing advice as usual. Vitalik proposes multi-dimensional Ethereum fees amid record low gas prices. So probably a good time to get the ETH coins and things like that if that's something you're interested in. Justin Sun makes history on Blue Origin. Really, that's about all that's in the news. I mean, everybody's still buying Bitcoin. If you want to stick with me for the updates, we can look at the charts and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and look at fear and greed. You can see that it is almost neutral here, according to coinglass.com at 61%. So, warm. It could go either way. The last update I gave was before I went to Maui, and yes, I did have to face a evacuation for the tsunami. I was on Maui in McKenna Bay. They were expecting 7-foot waves. We evacuated. It ruined our dinner plans. We were going to go to a really nice restaurant, and we ended up going to Chick-fil-A. So really not the end of the world. We did get back after about 4 hours of actual time heading to higher ground, and the water was not on until the next day. The waves were choppy. There was very little damage, but you just got to remember, a 5.8 earthquake compared to an 8.8 earthquake. Well, an 8.8 is 23,000 times stronger than a 5.8 earthquake. So the people in charge just didn't really know what to expect. And when there is an earthquake, even if it's from the same spot and about the same intensity, it doesn't mean it's going to hit the same area, because the temperatures, the currents that are in the ocean, whether it's a high tide or a low tide, all these things play into it. And where one place got hit really hard one time could go to another place another time. So they were expecting Kauai to get hit the worst, and then Oahu's second. Maui's pretty sheltered, but they thought some of it might come on the backside of the island where we were, but it really was nothing to be too concerned of. In fact, it hit on the backside of the big island, and that was where they had a little bit of damage. Some waves came up and went into a few structures that were right there on the shore. So it didn't even hit where they thought it was going to hit. Very unusual. You just don't know. All right, so fear and greed. Let's look at our time chain calendar from timechaincalendar.com. We are getting closer to that happening, but still quite a ways to go. You can only get 800 and let's see, exchange rate 880 Satoshis for $1 US. So stack those stats accordingly. We're at $13,600. Altcoin season is heating up a little according to our altcoin chart. if this is true, we're going to have a very weak altcoin season. A lot of people have been saying that that could be true. I noticed that it seems like one or two hit here and there, and then it goes back down, or it stays up and just kind of stays there. So yeah, altcoin season seems to be different, but again, if we haven't seen Bitcoin's true all-time high, then altcoin season could be off, according to blockchaincenter.net. Now, our price prediction for the 5-day, we are looking in positive ground at 115,000, but the 1 month is looking kind of grim at 113. I almost think these numbers should be reversed, that we're just going to keep going sideways. In fact, we might even go down a bit more, in my opinion, and I'll talk to you about that in just a minute. 3 month 110, so that is even lower, and then up and then down. So the market is acting very unusual, and the price prediction based on the moving averages is very uncertain at this time, because a lot of these prices are just being confirmed. Ethereum, however, has a pretty bright future over the next 3 months, according to this prediction here on coincodex.com. You're looking at up to 4,000 in a 5-day, and then maintaining that for about a month, and then going up to a 6,000 all-time high in about 3 months. This would be really pinpointing a altcoin season led by Ethereum. So very interesting. Maybe we're in the beginning of altcoin season. That is a possibility. I don't think so. It's acting a lot different, but I do think altcoin season will be different. All right. Market cap is very disappointing. We did not hold the $4 trillion market cap for all the listed coins. We're at 3.7, almost 3.8 trillion for the entire market cap. You can look, Bitcoin is up a tiny bit. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart and see if we can see anything interesting. When I look at the 1 month, I see this downward trend. Not really great looking. If this was a little mini cup and handle, then it just died right there. So let's take a look at the 3 month. What do we have here? Well, we have a shelf, and then we have a new higher high, and we have some confirmation here. Real good confirmation. That's what the 3 month looks like. So, I mean, to me, I think Bitcoin's going to keep going, but this cup and handle for the 1 year is not looking real strong anymore. It was going here, but yeah, it's pretty much evened out. I do notice that even this cup and handle right up here that we were looking at is not looking really great. So what are we going to have? Are we going to just have this mountain, mountain, mountain? Are those just going to be like these spikes over here on this hill here? I hope so. I hope so. And then maybe August is going to be this big trough right here. So if that's true, then will we see a dip down into this as low as $70,000? Okay. I think with all the money that's gone into the market, that's kind of made it where we shouldn't go that low. But when I look at the past trends, I'd say maybe here, maybe 87, 90, maybe 87, 90, that's too high. 87, yeah, 80, in the 80s, if we do dip really hard. The other possibility is that we don't dip that hard and we stay right up here in the 100,000 area. I think that's what everybody would like to see. Oh, I'm not even showing you this. Okay, let me go over this again. I'm sorry. So here you see this trough right here, which was, you have, the trough here, and it's about half the all-time high, okay? So, and then you even hit a higher high. So if this is the all-time high, 123, then the trough would probably be right about here, okay? Now if this just keeps staggering up and we hit another all-time high, oops, I'm losing the camera again, sorry. If we hit this trough right here and we keep going up and hit another all-time high, then it's definitely going to be over 125,000 in this zone in here, somewhere between 125 and 150,000 within the next, well, maybe not this month, but within the next, by the end of the year, okay? So let's hope that happens. Not investing advice, just my speculation. So yeah, well, I survived the tsunami, and thank you for liking the little video where I said aloha to everybody. It's got a lot of hits, and I appreciate that. So I wanted to just get on here and do a quick update, and thank you. Really nothing's changed. I'm still feeling the same way. We're going to have a little bit of sideways action or a dip this month to be expected, and then some more upward action following that would be most likely scenario in my humble opinion. So that's it. Have a great day. Goodbye.